Hello and welcome. This is Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. I'm going to do another replay of a game from the 1978 season using using Inside Pitch Baseball. It will be the MLB we'll be featuring, of course, and it'll be from Riverfront Stadium. And it wasn't the game I was going to pick. I was going to pick another one between Houston and Los Angeles, which I'm probably going to do next. But this was the next one on the schedule, and it was a good matchup, good pitching matchup here between Hall of Famer Tom Seaver and Bob Knepper for the San Francisco Giants. And Tom Seaver had a good season. Not his best, but he definitely he was a victim of, even though the Reds were one of the higher run production teams in the National League, Tom Seaver was one of the pitchers on the staff who did not get a lot of run support, as evidenced by his 16-14 record, which isn't bad, but with a 2.88 ERA, you probably would expect close to a 20-game winner, because he did win 20 games with a little bit higher. He was in the low twos, so at least like an 18-game winner, you would think. With that kind of an ERA, definitely not better than a 16-14 record. Being a Hall of Fame caliber pitcher. And Bob Knepper actually finished the season with his third season in the league with a 17-11 record with an even better 2.63 ERA. So this proved to be a good pitching matchup here. So I figured I would feature it here. Plus, there's a lot of really good players on both teams, especially the Cincinnati Reds, who had definitely some Hall of Famers on their team, in Joe Morgan and Johnny Bench, and Pete Rose, of course. Well, should be in the Hall of Fame, but isn't currently. And Tom Seaver, of course. And then the Giants had Willie McCovey on their team, and had some solid players like Jack Clark and Darrell Evans. Not quite Hall of Fame players, but close. Anyway, so let's get started here. So for the 1978 San Francisco Giants facing Tom Seaver will be Larry Herndon, batting first and playing center field. Batting second and playing second base would be Rob Andrews. Batting third, Darrell Evans, and playing third. Seems like that happens a lot. Batting third and playing third. Anyway, Willie McCovey, batting cleanup and playing first base. Jack Clark, playing right field and batting fifth. Batting sixth, Terry Whitfield, playing left field. Mark Hill doing the catching and batting seventh. Johnny Lee Master, playing shortstop and batting eighth, and on the mound, since we're in the National League, the pitcher Bob Knepper, batting ninth. And they'll be going up against Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver was, so far in the replay, he's 1-0 with a 4.68 ERA, so he did get the win. Did not pitch that great. Like I said, here's his actual record, 16-14 with 2.88 ERA. I mean, great ratio of innings pitched to hits there. I mean, like 40 below the innings pitched, so that was very good. A lot of strikeouts, 226 strikeouts in 259 innings, so like 8 point something probably, or at least 8 strikeouts every 9 innings, which is really good. And 78 walks. So, all right. So he'll be facing Larry Herndon, leading it off. So far, Larry Herndon's hitting .308 with no homers and no RBIs. And he starts him off with a walk. All right, batting second will be Rob Andrews. He's currently hitting .273 with no homers and no RBIs. Well above his .220 average, but it's still early on. And so we'll do a little hit and run here. Yeah. Drew that. And back-to-back walks. Not the way you want to start off the game if you're Tom Seaver. All right, next up will be Darrell Evans. He's currently hitting just a .167 with no homers and no RBIs. Did hit 20 on the regular season, but with only a .243 average. And wow, 3 walks in a row. I can't remember the last time I started that off, a game off with that. And and I guess this is why you have the cleanup hitter to clean up what's on the bases now. And he has plenty to clean up here. He's hitting .333, so after a good start with a homer and 5 RBIs. Mags the cat saying hi. Alrighty. So let's see here what we got. So the bases loaded and nobody out. Tom Seaver's got to buckle down here. Three. Range play, and like ID Gesture does, I'm going to go through the defense here. As you can see overall, just from looking at it, Johnny Bench is only at 2. Yeah, he's getting a little later in his career, though, so I guess his range started to go. But overall, looks like Tom Seaver's above average. Pete Rose at third base. I think he was higher, range is higher in the left field, but he's only at 2 there. So he's below average along with Joe Morgan. Wow, Joe Morgan's considered below average. Might just be a below average year they had. Concepcion, of course, above average. Dan Dreesen, right at average. And then overall above average in the outfield with George Foster being average and Cesar Geronimo and Ken Griffey being above average. So it looks like we get, let's see. So like 28, so that's all, about average for their overall infield. But nobody like seriously lacking when there's no ones here. So arrow wise, they're in good ranges here. Nobody really high. Griffey's about the highest with 8. Oh, I'm sorry, Seaver's 16 there. And again, he probably doesn't have as many chances. So when he does, if he does commit an error, it's going to be magnified more because he plays once every 5 days, whereas these guys play just about every day. Those are pretty much all solid starters there. I think Dan Dreesen was pretty much back then too in '78. So anyway, so that's the defense, and we'll see what the range play is here on McCovey. 5-6. And it's hit the Foster, and he just does make the range check here with a 3. So let's see if he tags up here. So, okay, here we go. Second die roll of 1 chart. So lead runner advances. So the lead runner is going to score here. So Herndon is going to come around the score. And roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner. So that 1 right there, it is less than or equal to the trailing runners. The trailing runner advances on the throw. Well, I don't know why this is red, because that would tell me that this should be lead runner advances. That was the guy in third base. So roll is less than or equal to, yeah, this would tell me, oh, wait a second here. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the roll is less than the base runner, because the base runners are 3. It's not greater than the base runner. If roll is higher than the base runner, then he holds. No, he's going to advance. So I don't know why that's red. So we are going to advance him. Alright, so an RBI fly out, sacrifice fly for Willie McCovey, puts the Giants on the board first. And for Jack Clark, off to a fast start, hitting .455 with no homers and 4 RBIs. Did hit 25 on the regular year and played just about every game of the season there. So he had a really good season here, .306 average. Just almost 100 RBIs. So that's a solid season there by Jack Clark. See what he can do here. And he walks. 4th walk of the inning. So Seaver's pretty wild. Bench is going to go out and talk to him, try to calm him down there a little bit. Joe Morgan comes in too. And Pete Rose. Give him his 2 cents worth. All right. So the bases are reloaded now for Terry Whitfield. 273 hitter on the year with no homers and no RBIs. 289 average for the real season. Here's the windup and the pitch. Oh no. It's a wild pitch by Seaver, so that didn't calm him down. If anything, it made him more nervous or wild or something here. So that's a run in there for the another run on the wild pitch by Seaver. So Seaver's having a rough first inning here. Definitely not the pitching matchup we were hoping for yet. Ballpark here, Riverfront Stadium effects here. And overall, the ballpark here has a they let an on average +1 to the strikeouts and +3 to the walks. So maybe that's affecting him somewhat. Riverfront Stadium being more susceptible to walks for pitchers. Uh-oh, looks like we're going to get a rare play here. Love these. So, batter slides headfirst into first base, trying to beat out a slow grounder. Uh-oh. To shortstop. Excuse me, runners advance 1 base. Check injury to batter. So, who was the batter here? It was left fielder Terry Whitfield. So, we'll see if he's injured here. So, let's see here. So the bases loaded just a second ago. Terry Whitfield grounded a second. Oh, that was on the wild pitch there. So now Terry Whitfield grounded the shortstop. So we're going to click here for the out at first. Grounded to shortstop. I want to say the runners are going to hold. Even though there's a green right here, if it's hit to the shortstop, especially with only a 3 there, that's average speed, I would say he's going to hold. Although, yeah, why would he dive into first if there wasn't a throw? So, I'm going to go ahead and advance these right here. Say they advance you to it to first. It's kind of a rough thing because it's a rare play. It doesn't really say what you should do. So I'm going to click here for the out at first, and we'll see if there's an injury. No injury to Terry Whitfield, so he does not get injured. All right. But he does get an RBI single there. And, an RBI fielder's choice there. And the Giants are on top 3-0. So those walks have definitely come back to harm Seaver. They haven't got a hit yet, but have scored 3 runs. Sacrifice fly, wild pitch, and now a ground out. They get their runs all without the benefit of a hit. So I guess the no-hitter is still intact for Seaver. Very interesting game so far. Uh-oh. Here's a hit, possibly. No, I don't think. Nope, it's outside the range, so that won't be a hit. So the no-hitter is intact. The shutout is not. We grounded a second. And that'll retire the side. And I'll be right back. I guess I didn't get a photo for Knepper. So we'll be right back after this station break while we snap a photo. Alrighty, and we're back. And we got a photo of Bob Knepper now. It's all as well. Alright, so Bob Knepper, the left-hander, will be facing a Reds lineup of Pete Rose batting first and playing third base. Batting second will be Ken Griffey playing right field. Batting third will be Joe Morgan playing second base. Batting cleanup will be George Foster playing left field. Batting fifth will be the catcher Johnny Bench. Batting sixth, Dave Concepcion, the shortstop. Batting seventh, the first baseman Dan Dreesen. Eighth, Cesar Geronimo, the center fielder. And batting ninth, the pitcher Tom Seaver. So here's Charlie Hustle up first here. Off to a slow start, hitting 167 with a homer and an RBI. 302 on the regular season. He's a switch hitter, so he'll be batting right against the left-hander. And grounds out to second for the first out. So next up will be Ken Griffey. He's off to a fast start, hitting 353 with a homer and 4 RBIs. Hit 288 in the regular season. And it's a walk. So 1-0 walk to Griffey with Joe Morgan coming up now. Also off to a slow start, hitting just a $125. No homers and no RBIs. And Knepper strikes him out. So 2 down now for runner on first for George Foster. Hitting 400. Off to a great start with hitting 400 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Cincinnati is coming in at 2-2 on the season so far, and San Francisco at 1-2. And no walk for Foster. And he grounds out the third to retire the side. Alrighty, and on the regular season, the Cincinnati Reds finished in second place behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cincinnati had a record of 92-69, 2.5 games behind the Dodgers, and the Giants were 89-73, 6 games behind the Dodgers. Alrighty, so Tom Seaver will face Lee Master, Knepper, and Herndon. So Lee Master just hitting just 182 with no homers and an RBI. Just a 235 hitter. And looks like he's going to have himself a triple. So a leadoff triple. The Giants are in business here in the second. That's the first hit of the ball game here. All right, the pitcher Knepper up now. Let's see what kind of a hitter he was. I think we're going to have him yeah, definitely 063. He's definitely going to sacrifice. So he's going to bunt. Try to get that. Oh no, he's not going to bunt. That doesn't make any sense. We could squeeze with him, but no, we're not going to squeeze. Too many wrong things could happen on a squeeze right now, so we're just gonna have him hit away. Forgot the runner was on third. Definitely don't want to sacrifice with the runner on third, unless it's going to obviously be a squeeze. 2-5. Ooh. And looks like it grounded a third here. And with nobody out and a runner on third there, we're not gonna send him. Probably not good base runner. Although he is a 6 base runner. He's got some speed there, so I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna send him, since he is a 6 there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're going to go for the auto out at first there. As much as Rose wants to throw home, with the speed of this guy, there's not much of a chance. In fact, there's no chance in getting him, I don't think. Because 6 is the highest we can roll. So we're going to go for the auto out at first. Lee Mash is going to come in. If he only was like a 3 or a 4, then we might hold him. But with a 6, we're just gonna say he was off on the crack of the bat there. All right, so it's 4-0 now. The Giants lead the Reds. Larry Herndon up now. He walked his first time up and came around the score. So we got an error check here. And it's like a single and an error on Concepcion. The normally shorthanded Concepcion commits the error with a 1. Anybody would have gotten an error with that 1 roll. So you shouldn't feel bad about that. That was a tough play. Even Dreesen with the 3 there would have gotten an error. So tough play. And shortstops are generally going to commit more errors just because more balls are hit in that direction. Generally speaking. All right, so the single and an error pulls the runner up to second base there. So Herndon's on second now with 1 down for Rob Andrews, who walked and scored his first time up also. So those walks definitely came back to bite Seaver. I believe all 3 of their runs were on walks. Well, it came around after being walked. See 3-3. Range play here. 1-1. And a ground into Morgan, and he's going to fill the range check just beyond his range. Can't get to it. Herndon's going to move around to third. Oh, that's weird. He failed the range check, but he's still going to be out at first. That was interesting. I did click on fail right there. I believe I did. Pretty sure I did. Huh. But I guess Morgan was able, didn't go that far away from Morgan, he was able to recover. So I'll check that one up on the replay when I watch this again, but I'm pretty sure I clicked unsuccessful on there. I don't think it would have allowed me to click the other one, actually. All right, so we have a runner on third now with 2 down for Darrell Evans. He walked his first time up, came around the score. So yeah, so 3 out of the 4 runs scored via the walk. Well, led to the walk. I mean, led to the scoring after the walk. Yeah, I'll get it right. All right, Darrell Evans up now. Strikes out to retire the side. No, yeah, retire the side. A little delay there. Alrighty, so we head to the bottom of the second with the with Cincinnati, yeah. San Francisco up 4-0. So the Reds will send bench Concepcion and Dreesen. Benches after a slow start, only hitting .214 with no homers and 2 RBIs. 260 hitter on the year. 6-4. And he grounds out to third for the first out. Next up will be Concepcion. Hitting about where he should. Hitting .308 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And he flies out to right for the second out. So Dan Dreesen up now. Hitting just 167 with no homers and 2 RBIs. So he's going to ground out to second, and that'll retire the side.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Alright, so we head to the top of the third here. Giants 4, Reds nothing. Covey, Clark, and Whitfield will come up now. Covey hit a sac fly in the first inning to score the first run for the Giants. And they would tack on 2 more before the inning was over. and add another in the second. Possible error on the throw here. Ground out the second, and Morgan boots it. So, again, that was a 1 there. We're rolling a lot of low numbers here, which are not helping the either team. Especially not the Reds here. They can't afford to go any further behind. So, Jorah Morgan commits the error. 1 base error here. Throws it away. But luckily he's backed up by the catcher. So, no further advancement by McCovey. Alright, so now Jack Clark will be up. He walked his first time up. And it's a fly ball to center for the first out. Terry Whitfield up now. He got an RBI ground out and on his head first slide to first. Almost had an injury there, but he just shook him up a bit. Uh-oh. Might have a home run check here. Nope. See, we didn't let up many home runs to left-handed batters. Now, right-handed batters, on the other hand, he did let up quite a bit. So, left-handed batters, no. So, there will be no home run for Whitfield. Steady flies out to deep right. Alrighty, Mark Hill up now, 0 for 1. And he flies out to right to retire the side. So the Giants go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the third here. So Knepper will be facing the bottom of the order, Geronimo and Seaver, and then back up top to to Rose. So Cesar Geronimo here, hitting just a $154, but does have a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Luckily, he does not surrender any home runs to left-handed batters, and Cesar Geronimo does not hit any home runs on to left-handed pitchers. Being a left-hander himself. Steady grounds out to short for the first out. Next up will be Tom Seaver, just a 122 hitter for the season. So far, he's without a hit in his second start. And he strikes out now. So 2 down now. Pete Rose up now. 0 for 1. And he singles. So singles here in the bottom of the third with 2 out. So the no hitters are gone, but still a chance for a shutout for Knepper though. A little early on to talking about that, but 6-2. And gets a hit there. So Rose heads over to third. So first and third now with 2 out. Can the Reds down by 4 here for Joe Morgan. Ooh, home run check, and again left-handed batter, so nothing. And it would have been a home run if he would have qualified here. But again, with that 19 there, that would have been tough to qualify there too. So, but it would have been on the Morgan's card though. Steady flies out to deep right, and that retires the side. So the Reds threaten but do not score. All right, so Tom Seaver will be facing Lee Master, Knepper, and Herndon. Here in the top of the 4th, up by 4. And Lee Master strikes out. Pitcher Knepper up now. 0 for 1, but he did get an RBI on his ground out to third. And this time he strikes out. Range play at the ballpark. And and Geronimo makes a great running catch here. So no double there. That would have gone for extra bases definitely. But nothing doing for the Giants there. So Seaver's definitely settled down after the first couple innings. Yeah, both in allowing runs and in walks. He hasn't walked anybody since, I think, the first inning. So. All right, 3-4. So George Foster will be up now, 0 for 1. And he strikes out. Johnny Bench, 0 for 1. Range play. And it's a 6, so that's going to be definitely, there's no defender that can catch that. So Whitfield runs out of real estate there, and it hits the wall.
That is over his head, and that is out to the fence.
Out to the fence there. And Bench has himself a 1-out double. The Reds are in business here in the bottom of the 4th here. For Dave Concepcion, 0 for 1. And so it's going to be a grounder back to the pitcher here. Okay, that must have what happened on Morgan's card there. Wasn't an error check, I guess. That first time. Alright, because the screen came up last time too. Alright, so this 5 right here is for the base runner. So that means the runner has to hold, I think. Yeah, runners advance on balls hit the shortstop or pitcher if the runner beats a 1d6 roll, which he does not. So he's only a 1. So he's going to stay there. If it was hit to first, second, or catcher, then he would have advanced automatically. But since it's to the pitcher or the shortstop, then he does not advance because the roll was higher than the base runner's speed. Makes sense? Alrighty, so 2 down now, and runner on second. So let's see if Dan Dreesen can knock him in. 0 for 1. So we might have an error check here. It's a pop-up on Gugana to pop up to first. And McCovey's going to make the catch to retire the side. So the Reds come up empty again. So we head to the top of the 5th with the Giants up by 4. Alrighty, so Seaver will face Andrews, Evans, and McCovey. So Andrews is 0 for 1 with a run scored. And Seaver gets him, strikes out. He doesn't strike out that much, but that time he did. So next up, Darrell Evans, 0 for 1, also with a run scored. It's going to be a grounder to second. Morgan's up with it over to Dreesen. And that's 2 up and 2 down for the Giants here in the 5th. Covey up now, 0 for 1 with an RBI. And he flies out to center. Cesar Geronimo up now. Lead it off for the Reds here in the bottom of the 5th. And Knepper walks him. Second walk allowed by Knepper on the day. And Seaver. Let's check Seaver and see how he's doing as far as... He's got 8 left still here. It's only the 5th though, but they are down by 4. Let me check and see how he pitched on the... He pitched 7 in the real game. He's still got a lot of gas left with him, so I think we're going to have him hit one more time here. So the Reds can score runs in bunches, so he's going to ground out to short. Oh, this could be a double play. No, it's not actually. That's good. But that does get the lead runner. So fielder's choice there. And Seaver will be on first. For Pete Rose. Nope. Not hit by the pitch there. So it's going to be a grounded to second. This could be a double play. But it's not though, because you just get the lead runner. And Rose is too fast because he hustles down the line, thus being called Charlie Hustle. So now Rose will replace Seaver on first, but now with 2 down. For Ken Griffey. It's 1 for 1 with a walk. So he's going to have himself a single here. Rose is going to go all the way corner to corner. So 2 down for Joe Morgan there with runners at the corners. 0 for 2 on the day. So we got a range play coming up. And Clark cannot get to it. And it looks like the Reds are going to Pete Rose come across with their first run, and Ken Griffey moves around to... oh, wait, no. Well, he already scored there, so I couldn't... yeah, he had already scored. So now it's the lead runner left on the bases, so Griffey is going to be thrown out. Yeah, that's what that tells me. Lead runner thrown out. So trying to advance to third, he gets thrown out, and that's going to end the inning. So the Reds do score 1, but Griffey gets thrown out on third, trying to run the third with 2 down. So not a very smart base running play by Griffey there. Took the Reds out of the inning there, but they do get 1. So it's now 4-1 Giants going into the top of the 6th there. So Jack Clark will lead it off for the Giants. 0 for 1. And he strikes out. Terry Whitfield up now, 0 for 2 with their RBI. And he flies out the center. Hill up now, 0 for 2. And he strikes out. So the Giants go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Reds down by 3. They'll have Foster, Bench, and Concepcion. If anybody gets on, Dreesen. And he grounds out to short. So 1 up and 1 down for Bench. 1 for 2 with a double. Always stranded there. 1-6. Ballpark check. Ground ball to short. 2 up and 2 down. Concepcion now 0 for 2. And he flies out to right to end the inning. So Giants go in order. Reds go in order. Top of the 7th now. E-Master will lead it off for the Giants. Seaver still looks good out there. Flies out to Geronimo for the first out. Knepper up now, 0 for 2 with an RBI. And he walks. Good eye by Knepper there. So 1 out with a runner on first here for the Giants. Larry Herndon, 1 for 2 with a run scored. So Seaver now has 5 walks on the day and 6 strikeouts. Still only allowed 2 hits though. And he's going to ground out to short. Can they turn 2? No. They get the lead runner with the pitcher running. Right. Herndon beats the relay. Alright, so 2 down and a runner on first for Rob Andrews. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. 1-1. And he lines out to first to retire the side. 7th inning stretch time. Alrighty, we head to the home half of the 7th here. Dreesen, Geronimo, and Seaver. Most likely Seaver is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter here, with the Reds down by 3. Even though after the second he did settle down to pitch a fine game. The Reds have been unable to score other than that 1 run. 1, 2, 3 here. Dreesen will lead it off, 0 for 2. And he flies out to Herndon for the first out. Geronimo up now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Knepper still looks good out there. He at least has another inning in him. Possible error on the ground ball here. Ooh, it's going to be grounded back to the pitcher. And there's no error. He's not committed an error, so he's got a 0 there. So Knepper makes the play for the second out. So Tom Seaver now is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. Let's go to the box score and see if we can find out who the Reds used in the real game. Let's see, Ray Knight, Dave Collins, or Junior Kennedy. Get a lefty here. We're going to go with the select pinch hitter and see what it comes up with. Junior Kennedy. He's a righty. Yeah, he's a righty, so we want a righty in there. Let's see Junior Kennedy's stats here. Ooh, he's only a 175 hitter. 157 at bats, though, so I think he's a 175. No, 255, I'm sorry. Alright, we'll let him hit there. He's got 16 stolen bases, so he could, if he got on, he could steal a base and get in a scoring position quick. So we're going to let him play in the game. I don't know if he's played a game, so we might need to stop and get a photo. Nope. He has played already. This will be his second at bat. He had a previous at bat didn't get a hit. He's a 255 hitter with no homers and 11 RBIs on the regular season. Coming up with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And he strikes out.
He struck him out.
So Knepper gets him to retire the side. So let's see who the Reds bring in now. Tomlin and Bourbon. I think we're going to bring in Tomlin because Bourbon is the... Well, he's not. He's a closer, but not really that year. But let's see who we're going to have up here. We're going to have a lefty, and a righty. So if we have a lefty, that would be good. And Tomlin is a lefty, so we're going to bring in Tomlin just like they did in the real game. And he's coming in perfectly. Seaver pitched 7 like he did in the real game. Tomlin came in and pitched the 8th, and Bourbon in the 9th, so we'll see. Alright, so Dave Tomlin comes in. He's pitched 3.1 innings with a 5.5 ERA. He's got 1 loss, record of 0-1. 3 hits and 3.1 innings with a strikeout. No walks. Alright, he'll be facing Evans, McCovey, and Clark. Reds down by 3. Trying to keep it a 3-run game here. Range play at the park here. And Concepcion makes a great play. Next up will be McCovey, 0 for 2 sac fly. Ballpark here. Oh, and another rare play. Let's see what this one is. Hitter fouls this one off of his foot. Check injury for hitter. William McCovey is injured and will miss the rest of the game. Alright, well, not a huge deal. Just only going to miss the rest of this game, and this game is just about over, so probably taken out as a precaution. So who are we going to bring in here first here? So, it looks like Mike Ivey and actually Bill Madlock, and so it looks like they got 3 guys. He was definitely not going to bring in Skip James. He only had 21 at bats, so he was probably called up later in the season. I like Bill Madlock there. He's got a 3 range with no errors. Good hitter too in case he does come up again, which hopefully for the Giants he won't, because that means the Reds have at least tied it. So we're going to bring in Bill Madlock to play first base. So Bill Madlock comes in and play for McCovey, who was taken out as a precaution there. And we'll be right back with a photo. Snap his photo as he comes onto the field. Alright, we'll be back here with Bill Madlock batting with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Giants up by 3 after McCovey was taken out as a precaution after fouling a ball off of his foot. So Madlock will come up with an 0-1 count, I believe. We'll call it 0-1 anyway. So Madlock's a .309 hitter with 15 homers and 44 RBIs. Does have a little bit of speed here too. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he walks. So the Giants have a 1-out base runner here. No chance of a steal here. I guess Tomlin must be really good at holding him on. Because he has a 15 here, so you think he might get the opportunity to steal, but apparently not. And Clark, who doesn't, strikes out. So 2 down now for Whitfield. 0 for 3 with an RBI. And he grounds out the short to retire the side. So nothing doing for the Giants there at the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Reds down by 3. The Reds are at the top of the lineup with Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Pete Rose is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Oh, is there a possible home run here? Oh, it's a range check too. Range check Park with a home run here. Pete Rose is very weak against left-handed pitchers. But he does fail their range check here, so let's see what's going to happen.
That is over his head, and that is out to the fence.
So it goes over Whitfield's head and against the wall, against the fence there, and Rose has himself a leadoff double here in the 8th. So good start to the 8th for the Reds. King Griffey up now. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. So perfect from the plate on the day, but not so perfect base running, as he was thrown out with 2 outs to end the inning after the Reds had scored 1 that inning. So 4-1. Got the batter's card here. Ooh, grounded to short. Lee Master looks Rose back. He fires the first for the out. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. No, he doesn't. Runners advance him. Yes, he does. He holds him back because his 4 is higher than the 3. All right, so 1 down, and Joe Morgan coming up. Lee Master looks like he's getting a little tired here. Gary Lavelle is starting to loosen up in the bullpen, so he'll have at least 1 more batter here. And he flies out, and Rose stays put. Alright, so 2 down now. The runner in second here for George Foster, 0 for 3. Yeah, we'll leave him in here. Range play. And he pops up to Evans, who has great range there, 5 range. We never actually did check the... So before I do this, I'm just going to check that a little late in the game now, but the Giants definitely were a very good defensive team on the infield. Pretty average in the outfield, but... Wow, yeah. 4, 2, 3 4s, 1 3, and then a 5 for Evans. Very good Evans range there. I think McCovey was a little higher. I think his range might have been a 3 too, though. But yeah, 4, 8, 13. So above average with a 32 overall. So 5 above average there. So definitely a good defensive team. So we head to the top of the 9th with the Giants up by 3. So I think we're going to leave. I think we're going to take. Yeah, we're going to take Tallman up and bring in Bourbon to place the righty. So Pedro Bourbon will come in. Just pitched 3 innings. No ERA. 0 ERA with 4 hits allowed and a walk. So we're going to bring in Bourbon to face 2 righties and a lefty, and Hill, Lee Master in the pitcher spot there. And I think we're going to take out, we're going to lift Knepper for a pinch hitter. And so Gary Lavelle is still warming up in the bullpen, just about ready. And it looks like we have a leadoff single from Mark Hill here. His first hit of the day. Not much of a threat to steal here. Lee Master up now. Good bunter here. We get the pitcher spot, but we are going to lift him for a pinch hitter. So I think we're going to bunt here and try to get that extra run there. Really good bunter here with a 5. So we're going to oh, we can't. We can try the bunt for the hit, though. No, we can't. We are not able to do any strategy here. I'm not sure why. Apparently, we're not able to do it. So, we're just going to hit away then, I guess. I don't know why that is, but... Ooh, look at all the blanks here on Bourbon's card there, so... So, definitely most of the results were off of the... Well, at least a high possibility the results were off of the batter's card here, so that's not good. He did have kind of a high ERA, like 4.8 something. 4.9 to almost 5, so. So yeah, only on the Reds would he get a 4.898 ERA and be 8-2. So he definitely did get some run support later on. Reds bailed him out of a lot of late inning runs. So alright, so we have grounded a second. See if they can turn 2 here. Looks like they are. They're going to turn 2. Again, I don't know why we couldn't bunt there, but maybe it wasn't a bunting situation. They didn't feel. Maybe the Reds were already up. I mean, the Giants were already up by 3. So, all right. So we're gonna lift Knepper here. Here's Knepper, not Knepper. L. Knepper played pitch for the Red Sox, not Bob Knepper, not the same guy, obviously. All right. So I think we're gonna bring in Lee Master here. Well, no, we're gonna pinch hit first. Then we'll bring in Lee Master. And let's see who the Giants pinch hit with here. Looks like we have... They really didn't have a pinch hitter. They had Skip James come in and play defense for Willie McCovey, so we might have Skip James come in and... He didn't have an at-bat, though, so he was a defensive replacement. Yeah, he's only an 0.95 hitter, so... That doesn't make any sense, and he only played 41 games with 21 at-bats, so we're not going to have him come in. So let's check and see who we could bring in. I think we might bring in Mike Ivy there, 308 hitter, 318 at-bats. And who is he facing here? Facing a righty. So we could have Metzger come in. He's a switch hitter, but he's only hitting 246. And no power, so we're going to bring in Mike Ivy here. 2 down and nobody on. There's not really anybody to drive in, but Mike Ivy could hit the long ball here. So we'll bring in him. So Mike Ivy comes in the game. This will be his second game. Hasn't had an at-bat yet. 308 hitter with 11 homers and 318 plate appearances. So he is capable of hitting one out. Add to the lead. Not this time, though. He strikes out. Alrighty, so the Giants will bring in one of their closers. Look like they had 2 dual closers here. One from the left side and one from the right side, Lavelle and Moffitt. Or we're going to bring in... Does it make sense to play in? No, I think we're going to bring in Moffitt, actually. He's more of a... Although Lavelle did pitch in the actual game, so I'm going to bring in Lavelle. So Lavelle's had a little rough start here. 10.59 ERA and 1.2 innings pitched. So I think he's let up like 2 runs. 3 hits and 2 Ks. See if he can get back into form here. Johnny Bench, Concepcion, and Dreesen. Up by 3. However, Johnny Bench greets him with a home run. Saying, hello, welcome to the game. So a good start here for the Reds. Bench leads off with a home run here to cut the deficit to 2 here. With Concepcion, Dreesen, and Geronimo. So the Giants immediately have Moffitt getting ready quick here just in case he's needed. Hill visits Lavelle. Gets him to calm down, saying it's only 1. Let's just get out of it. Nothing to worry about yet. However, that's not going to help. So the Giants manager starts to pace there in the dugout there. Who was the manager in 1978 for the Giants? We're about to find out. Joe Altobelli. Joe Altobelli. The manager of the San Francisco Giants in 1978. So it looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Lavelle there. Shakes his head. Lavelle just shakes his head. Yeah. Just tells him to throw strikes. But here we go. All right, so lefty on lefty matchup here. Dreesen 0 for 3. Looks like they're going to lift Dreesen for a pinch hitter. I think we are anyway. Let's take a look here. See who the Reds used in the game and see who they have available on the bench here. Could use Ray Knight here possibly. Or Dave Collins. I can't remember which one we used so far. So, let's see here. Dave Collins. He's a switch hitter. He only hit 216 though. Or Ray Knight here. He only hit 200 that year. Didn't have a good year there. Let's check and see what else we have here. Could have Rick Arbach. Not that many. Mike Lum. Mike Lum might be a possibility. He's a lefty. Did have 146 at bats, so I'm going to bring in Mike Lum to pinch hit. And we probably wouldn't put him in at first because he's probably not that great at first base. No, he is actually, well, range-wise he's good, but he's awful arrow-wise, so. Yeah, we'd have to bring in Mike Lum because he's only got a range of 1. The range play probably comes into effect more than the error check, so I think we definitely like the range there with Lums. And so yeah, we're bringing Lum. So Mike Lum, cancel that change here. Mike Lum is going to come in. Where'd he go? Here he is. We'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. So sometimes we have to walk on eggshells here. At least I feel like I have to when I'm doing this. I never know what button I'm going to push to crash the whole game. So, but anyway, so we brought Michael Lum in here. He's inserted in the lineup, and he'll be pinch hitting for Dreesen, who was 0 for 3. Also batting from the left side of the plate, and we'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I just noticed something. That when I went to reload, that Mike Lum was replaced by the guy that hit 6 there, and there was a runner on first there, so we'll be right back. We're going to try to fix this. Sorry about that. Right back. Alright, and we're back here. So we got it all corrected here. So Dave Concepcion is at first there. We had a single after the bench home run. And Mike Lum will be batting in place of Dan Dreesen, batting left-handed against the... Oh, he's left-handed too. Oh well, we're going to leave Mike Lum in. We're not going to change him again. One, 2. Four, 5. And he flies out. Alright, so Cesar Geronimo up now. Batting left-handed against Lum here. We're going to leave Lum in again. See if he can induce a ground ball double play here. And he walks him. Alright, so now we have the pitcher spot come in. So I think we're going to... Giants are going to go to the pen here because we're going to lift Bourbon for a pinch hitter here. So the Giants don't like what they've seen Lavelle. He's let up a homer, a walk, and a single here. Only got one batter out, so we're going to replace Lavelle here with Moffitt. Yeah, the closer. He's had a rough start too. He's 0-1. So it looks like the Giants closers there have not done well. They probably had the lead going into the 9th, or at least tied, and a chance to win it. And looks like both relievers have lost the game. That's the 1-2 record here. So we're going to take out Bourbon here. We're going to need another lefty here. Hopefully the Giants have another lefty here available. And no, we can't pick Michael Lum because he already was in there. We could go with Champ Summers. 257 here. Yeah, I think we're going to... he's only 35 at bats, though, so let's check this out here. Ken Henderson, no, only 175 here. Switch hitting Dave Collins. I think I already brought Dave Collins in, though. So let me check here. I did not. That's right, I brought Junior Kennedy in. So we're going to bring Dave Collins in, I think, to hit for a bone here. Where is he? There he is. Switch hitting Dave Collins. So he does not. He has one at bat. 216 hitter. He did play in the actual game. So 2-1. Oh. It's outside his range, so it didn't matter with him. Otherwise, probably would have wanted to go with a more power hitting. But we'll see what happens here. He's going to ground out. No double play, so the Reds are still alive. But it looks like they're going to throw out the force out the middle runner here. Alrighty. So that'd be Pete Rose is up now, 2 for 4. One of the men they want up there at the plate. Although he's having a slow start, he is 2 for 4 today with a double. They're gonna need a big hit here. They're gonna continue the inning. Moffitt looks in the side for the sign. Rose will be batting left-handed here against the righty. So Moffitt looks in for the sign. He winds up in the pitch. Reds fans are on their feet. Possible error check here. Giants are very good defensively, so we'll see. G3. Ooh, Matlock. Matlock, that's the one guy they want to hit it to because he is not going to commit an error. He does not commit the error. Whereas actually that would have been... Nobody would have committed the error with that except for the pitcher. So no error, and that's going to end the ball game. So the San Francisco Giants defeat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. Knepper gets the win. Seaver is 1-0. Seaver gets the loss. 1-1. Moffitt gets his second save. He's got both saves for both of the wins of the Giants. Giants improved to 2-2. And the Reds fall to 2-3. And in the actual game with the Giants 3-2. So we were pretty close here on the actual score. So that's kind of cool when you see that. And Johnny Bench did hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth, but that's all they were able to score in the bottom of the ninth. Take a look at the box score quickly. So, Reds had 8 hits. The Giants are only able to muster 3 hits. So they actually scored more runs than hits. And they scored 3 runs in the first without benefit of a hit. So the walk definitely hurt Seaver there, as he allowed 5 walks on the day. 4 of them were in the first inning. He only allowed 2 hits in 7 innings. So if he didn't have those walks, he would have had a great line. But so Seaver, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 walks. 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4 runs allowed. Had a costly wild pitch there too. Bob Knepper pitched 8 innings. Pitched a great game. Only allowed 6 hits, just 1 run, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Moffitt gets the save. Pete Rose was 2 for 5 with a double. And run scored. Ken Griffey was 2 for 3. Johnny Bench was 2 for 4 with a home run. And like I said, there wasn't much really heroics offensively for the Giants. Herndon had a hit, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Whitfield was... No. Mark Hill was 1 for 4. And Lee Master was 1 for 4. The runs scored too. But, yeah. Jack Clark walked twice. His walks didn't hurt, but pretty much everyone else's did. Yeah, both Herndon, Andrews, and Evans all scored on walks there. So 3 out of the 4 Reds runs were scored without the benefit of a hit. So, all right, that's it for here from Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati as the Cincinnati Reds fall to the New York Giants 4-2. So this has been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.